Bitcoin Cash, BCH, emerged in 2017 as a result of a fork from the Bitcoin blockchain, marking a significant moment in the world of cryptocurrency. Designed to address some of the limitations of Bitcoin, particularly in terms of transaction fees and scalability, Bitcoin Cash has introduced key changes such as a larger block size of 32 megabytes, which contrasts with Bitcoin's 1 megabyte blocks. This increase in block size aims to facilitate more transactions per block, leading to faster transaction times and lower fees. Despite these enhancements, Bitcoin Cash faces challenges, including its younger age relative to Bitcoin, internal community divisions over scaling approaches, and the inherent volatility of the cryptocurrency market. Its larger block size, while addressing immediate scalability issues, raises concerns about potential centralization and long-term viability. Bitcoin Cash's community, including notable figures like Amaury Sakay and Roger Ver, advocates for its adoption and continued development. While it has experienced significant market movements and growing adoption, Bitcoin Cash still lags behind Bitcoin in several aspects, including daily active users, transaction volume, and network security. These factors, along with the currency's speculative nature and limited adoption as a medium of exchange, highlight the complex and evolving landscape of Bitcoin Cash in the broader cryptocurrency ecosystem. Bitcoin Cash, BCH, is a cryptocurrency that originated from a fork of the Bitcoin blockchain in August 2017. It's essentially a spin-off or altcoin of Bitcoin, designed to address some perceived limitations of the original Bitcoin network, particularly transaction fees and scalability. Here's a breakdown of Bitcoin Cash. Origins. Created in 2017 through a fork of the Bitcoin blockchain. Aimed to address scalability and transaction fee issues of Bitcoin. Key features. Larger block size. Bitcoin Cash uses larger block sizes, 32 megabytes, compared to Bitcoin's 1 megabyte blocks. This allows for more transactions to be processed per block, potentially leading to faster transaction times and lower fees. Faster transaction speeds. With larger block sizes, Bitcoin Cash transactions are generally faster than Bitcoin transactions. Lower transaction fees. Due to the increased capacity, Bitcoin Cash transactions typically have lower fees compared to Bitcoin. Community and adoption. Bitcoin Cash has a dedicated community of developers and users. It is accepted by a growing number of merchants and businesses. Several cryptocurrency exchanges and wallets support Bitcoin Cash. Comparison to Bitcoin. Bitcoin Cash is a relatively young cryptocurrency, and its long-term viability is still uncertain. The Bitcoin Cash community is divided on the best way to scale the network, which could lead to further forks and instability. Like all cryptocurrencies, Bitcoin Cash is subject to price volatility. Bitcoin Cash's usefulness stems from its attempt to address some perceived limitations of the original Bitcoin network, primarily focusing on scalability and transaction fees. Here's how its features translate into potential benefits. Faster and cheaper transactions. Larger block size accommodates more transactions per block, potentially leading to faster processing times. This can be beneficial for micropayments, everyday purchases, and regions with limited internet access. Lower transaction fees. Increased capacity reduces competition for space within blocks, driving down fees compared to Bitcoin. This makes it more attractive for small transactions and frequent users. Enhanced accessibility and adoption. Lower barrier to entry. The cheaper transaction fees can make Bitcoin Cash more accessible for individuals and businesses, particularly in developing economies. Potential for wider usage. Faster and cheaper transactions could encourage merchants and consumers to adopt Bitcoin Cash as a payment method, promoting broader cryptocurrency use. Additional benefits. Increased decentralization. Larger block size could potentially lead to a more decentralized network, distributing processing power among more nodes. Innovation potential. The Bitcoin Cash community actively explores scaling solutions and other improvements, potentially contributing to overall blockchain development. However, it's important to remember that Bitcoin Cash also faces certain challenges. Technical uncertainty. The larger block size approach raises debates about long-term scalability and potential network congestion. Community division. disagreements about scaling solutions within the Bitcoin Cash community can lead to instability and forks. Volatility. Like all cryptocurrencies, Bitcoin Cash is subject to price fluctuations, potentially impacting its usefulness as a stable currency. Overall, Bitcoin Cash offers potential advantages in terms of speed, cost, and accessibility. However, its long-term success depends on addressing technical challenges, maintaining community cohesion, and navigating the volatile nature of the cryptocurrency market. Whether it becomes a widely used digital currency or remains a niche alternative is yet to be determined. Ultimately, the usefulness of Bitcoin Cash depends on your individual needs and priorities. Consider these factors when evaluating its potential value for you. Your transaction needs. Do you need fast and inexpensive micropayments or frequent small transactions? Your geographic location. Are high transaction fees prohibitive in your region? Your risk tolerance. Are you comfortable with the volatility inherent in cryptocurrencies? By carefully weighing these considerations, you can make an informed decision about whether Bitcoin Cash can be a useful addition to your financial toolkit. Bitcoin Cash, like its predecessor Bitcoin, operates on a decentralized blockchain network. Here's a breakdown of its key workings. Transactions. Initiating a transaction. When you send Bitcoin Cash, you broadcast a transaction containing information like sender, receiver, and amount to the network. Mining and validation. Miners, using specialized computers, compete to solve a complex mathematical problem and validate the transaction. Adding to the block. The first miner to solve the problem gets to add the transaction, along with others, to a block. Block confirmation. Other miners verify the block's validity. Once enough confirmations are received, the block is added to the blockchain, making the transaction permanent and irreversible. Key differences from Bitcoin. Block size. Bitcoin Cash uses larger block sizes, 32 megabytes, compared to Bitcoin's 1 megabyte. This allows more transactions per block, potentially enabling faster processing and lower fees. Scaling approach. Bitcoin Cash relies on larger blocks for scalability, while Bitcoin explores other scaling solutions like segregated witness and Lightning Network. Community. The Bitcoin Cash community generally favors larger block sizes, while the Bitcoin community is more diverse in scaling preferences. Technical aspects. Proof of work algorithm. Both Bitcoin and Bitcoin Cash use the proof of work (POW) consensus mechanism for mining and transaction validation. This requires miners to solve complex problems, consuming significant energy. Cryptography. Both networks use strong cryptography to secure transactions and prevent fraud. Overall, Bitcoin Cash operates similarly to Bitcoin but with a focus on scalability and faster transactions through larger block sizes. This technical difference leads to potential advantages and disadvantages, as discussed previously. Unlike Bitcoin, whose creator remains anonymous under the pseudonym Satoshi Nakamoto, several prominent figures played significant roles in the development and promotion of Bitcoin Cash. Here are some of them. Core developers. Amaury Sakai, a leading developer and proponent of Bitcoin Cash, known for his work on the ABC implementation and advocacy for larger block sizes. Greg Maxwell, a former Bitcoin Core developer who transitioned to Bitcoin Cash and contributed to various scaling proposals and implementations. Jihan Wu, founder of Bitmain, a major mining pool, and an early supporter of Bitcoin Cash, advocating for its adoption and scalability advantages. Prominent supporters. Roger Ver, a well-known Bitcoin entrepreneur and investor, nicknamed Bitcoin Jesus, who became a vocal advocate for Bitcoin Cash and its potential for wider adoption. Calvin Ayre, founder of CoinGeek, a prominent media outlet supporting Bitcoin Cash, and a vocal critic of Bitcoin Core's scaling approach. Jimmy Song, a Bitcoin educator and podcaster known for his support of Bitcoin Cash and its potential as a global payment system. Community and organizations. Bitcoin Cash Foundation, a non-profit organization dedicated to supporting the development and adoption of Bitcoin Cash. Bitcoin ABC, a major implementation of the Bitcoin Cash protocol, maintained by a team of developers. Bitcoin Cash Community, a diverse group of individuals and organizations supporting Bitcoin Cash and its vision. It's important to note that the Bitcoin Cash community is not monolithic, and there are diverse perspectives on various technical and ideological issues. However, the individuals and groups listed above represent some of the key figures who have contributed significantly to the development and promotion of Bitcoin Cash. Remember, the cryptocurrency landscape is constantly evolving, and new figures continue to emerge. This list provides a snapshot of some of the prominent individuals and groups who have shaped Bitcoin Cash's trajectory so far. Over the last year, Bitcoin Cash, BCH, experienced several significant developments and market movements. Rally and performance: BCH saw a notable rally, with its price surging nearly 40% following BlackRock's application for a spot Bitcoin ETF. This surge outperformed the market to a larger degree compared to Bitcoin, BTC, itself. Despite this, key metrics for Bitcoin Cash remained weak, and there was no apparent fundamental catalyst driving this price increase. Trading volumes and social media interest: BCH's price doubled over a 7-day period, influenced by investor hopes that it would receive the same categorization as commodities by U.S. regulators. This increase was also fueled by its listing on the institutional-backed crypto exchange EDX markets, leading to higher trading volumes and heightened social media interest. However, it's important to note that BCH typically trades in low volumes and is considered by some as a coin from a past cycle, with no fundamental upgrades leading to long-term growth. Comparison with Bitcoin: BCH, a hard fork of Bitcoin, was created to enable faster and cheaper transactions. It focuses on being a peer-to-peer medium of exchange, contrasting with Bitcoin's role as a store of value. In terms of daily active users and USD value transferred over the network, BCH lags significantly behind BTC. For example, in 2023, Bitcoin Cash averaged 45K daily active users and $21 million in daily transacted value, compared to Bitcoin's 930K active users and $3.55 billion in transacted value. Wallet growth and network security: although the number of non-zero wallet addresses on Bitcoin Cash has grown 20% since the fork, this growth is considerably smaller compared to Bitcoin's 164% growth in non-zero wallet addresses. BCH has also seen a shift towards more whale ownership rather than retail. Additionally, the network security of Bitcoin Cash is not as robust as Bitcoin's, with its hash rate peaking in 2018 and the theoretical security being lower, making it more susceptible to 51% attacks. Lack of adoption as a medium of exchange: despite its intended purpose, Bitcoin Cash hasn't seen significant adoption as a medium of exchange. Factors such as competing factions within the BCH community and the emergence of alternatives like Litecoin, the Lightning Network, and stablecoins on smart contract chains have contributed to this lack of adoption. Current status and speculative nature: as of the information available, Bitcoin Cash remains profitable to mine and is used by some, but it may never challenge Bitcoin's dominance as a peer-to-peer payment instrument. Its recent price increases seem to be more speculative in nature rather than based on fundamental changes or adoption. In conclusion, while Bitcoin Cash experienced some notable price movements and increased attention over the past year, its fundamental adoption and network metrics have not seen significant growth, and it remains overshadowed by Bitcoin in terms of usage and network security. I offer a refutation of several points made about Bitcoin Cash, BCH. Scalability and transaction fees: the larger block size of Bitcoin Cash does indeed address immediate concerns about transaction fees and scalability. However, this approach can be seen as a short-term solution. Larger blocks require more storage and bandwidth, potentially leading to centralization as only those with sufficient resources can afford to run full nodes. This contrasts with the philosophy of decentralization in cryptocurrency. Community and adoption: while Bitcoin Cash has a dedicated community, its user base and adoption rate pale in comparison to Bitcoin. The division within the community, especially regarding scaling and technical directions, suggests a lack of unified vision, which is crucial for long-term success. Technical uncertainty: the assertion that larger block sizes could lead to increased decentralization is debatable. In practice, it might result in fewer nodes due to the increased costs of handling larger blocks, thus potentially centralizing the network around well-funded entities. Market performance and trading volumes: the rally in Bitcoin Cash's price and its subsequent performance need to be viewed with caution. Price surges influenced by external factors like market speculation or regulatory news don't necessarily reflect the intrinsic value or utility of the cryptocurrency. Comparison with Bitcoin. The comparison in terms of daily active users and transaction volumes starkly highlights Bitcoin Cash's lag behind Bitcoin. This suggests that despite its technical modifications, Bitcoin Cash has not significantly challenged Bitcoin's dominance or utility. Network security. The lower hash rate and theoretical security of Bitcoin Cash compared to Bitcoin is a critical point. A less secure network is more vulnerable to attacks, which undermines the fundamental requirement of security in cryptocurrencies. Adoption as a medium of exchange. Despite its intentions, Bitcoin Cash's adoption as a medium of exchange is limited. The emergence of alternatives and internal community conflicts have hampered its growth in this area. In summary, while Bitcoin Cash presents certain technical advantages over Bitcoin, such as faster transaction speeds and lower fees, these benefits come with trade-offs in terms of decentralization, security, and long-term scalability. Its market performance seems to be more speculative rather than based on fundamental improvements, and its adoption rate and community support remain significantly lower than Bitcoin's. Therefore, its position as a major player in the cryptocurrency space is still uncertain. In conclusion, Bitcoin Cash, BCH, represents a notable experiment in the cryptocurrency space, striving to address Bitcoin's limitations regarding scalability and transaction fees through its larger block size. While these changes have resulted in faster transaction speeds and lower fees, the long-term implications on network centralization and security remain contentious. Despite the enthusiasm of its community and the backing of prominent figures like Amaury Sakay and Roger Ver, Bitcoin Cash faces significant challenges. Its adoption as a medium of exchange is still limited, it trails behind Bitcoin in terms of user activity and network security, and its market movements appear to be more speculative than reflective of underlying fundamental strengths. The internal divisions within its community over scaling approaches and the rapidly evolving cryptocurrency landscape further complicate its future. As it stands, Bitcoin Cash continues to be a significant yet controversial part of the broader cryptocurrency ecosystem, exemplifying both the potential and the pitfalls of blockchain forks in pursuing technological and philosophical divergences within the crypto world.